on our team, it'll be a toss-up. Just a sudden draft pick.
Just let the spectator play for him. It's fine.
I'm down. 3v3.
I don't know if you've tried that in the spectator room. The TVs are going through some capture card, and it's actually like a half-second of lag. So when you're doing the spectator mode, it's really it's kind of funny trying to figure out how to like time that correctly.
You always got to make sure that you're swimming in the right direction. Oh, sorry, that's swimming right. But yeah, using the spectator mode is really interesting. Very interesting. I am a fan of it. Not to mention the different camera angles you're able to pull. I mean, you're seeing it live in action. That you can get a top seat, you can go to the center, you can go to the left of the base. Like, it's on this day. It's gonna decide what you want to look at. You have so many views.
It was one of the best additions to Splatoon 2. It made tournaments in general so much easier, but also lands, like being able to see multiple perspectives and the overhead is just so nice. And people are getting better and better with it every day.
My favorite view is, as you see right now, a KO happens, and then the person who got the KO, they swap to that view. Not only is it allowing different viewpoints from the teams, but it's also allowing just a lot of flow. It's allowing the flow of battle to just stay consistent. And now we're backing out as Roto gets caught by the Stingray, but it looks like his opponent also got caught by a bomb.
Yep, Gons saw that all happening around him and really wants to play sneaky now. He's going to maybe, oh, he doesn't quite make the play, but if he cleans up Day here, they might make a push.
All right, right now, Day is going down to Roto being very violent with that splatter shot pull. One of the weapons that is just so, I mean, similar to Splatoon 1, the splatter shot is just a really well-rounded, high damage set. It does so well, it works in every single move. If you are good with it, you are a good player. Oh, watch out! So that suction bomb stuck to the wall, and I'm glad Dre saw that as well.
Yep, looking like Deep Blues is going to get us to push going here. Dr. Prodigy rocking that custom jet sculpture, able to harass over the top here while Umbry tries to push in.
Umbry, a name I have seen many times on ranked, so I am highly aware of his abilities.
Yeah, Umbry is one of the craziest blaster players in the game right now. His directs are insane.
Devoto, though, with that inkjet going right over the tower, stopping their push, but unfortunately gets caught as well as we swap to Pro, who is covering turf and trying to compete with the blaster on Deep Blues.
Dreas just trying to make a play here to keep his team in this because they did go 2 down there.
Ooh, that's slosh here. 2-hit KO with any slosh. As long as it hits, it will be a 2-hit KO. Showing off why that weapon's so amazing as Day is now keeping control for Deep Blues, and they're looking pretty good right now.
That was 3 down there for a second there, so they're able to get this going. They do have the armor on the other side, so once they come back, they're going to be ready to push back.
I didn't even notice, but they have already passed the checker point as well. Day now popping his baller, using it to get himself on a tower, similar to the Kraken from Splatoon 1, allowing him to make a lot of push. And now they are currently at 40 points, going on to that second checkpoint.
This is great tower winding from Day. Now this is 3 down. He does have the Stingray, so he's going to be able to stall this until his team spawns, but I don't know if they're going to be able to stop this quite yet.
Right now it's 3-2. The Jet Squelcher is lined up for Deep Blues. They're looking pretty good. And that ball, yeah, they go. Oh, no, he is able to shot off and is not able to get back up because the baller cannot go through the grate. Unfortunate scenario. Pushed off, not able to get back up, and then that splat bomb. Absolute perfect placement.
I can just imagine the comms these days just going like, no!
But yo, Deep Blues right now has a team right, even for a second. And look, they're right there in their base. Dre showing absolute no respect and making sure, hey, you're not getting to that zone. My team will push that tower further and further as they're back to the VIP checkpoint.
The aggression has just not stopped since this push started. It feels like quantuM just has no answer for what the situation right now. Zero does make a nice play, and now they're able to finally push out into the middle of the map while the tower resets.
All right, Gon's over there with the NZAP pushing into the enemy turf and saying, hey, I know you'll be coming over there as Roto pops his inkjet. And that's what I was talking about earlier. They will use the inkjet, get over the ledge, and start pressuring them from above, starting a fight on 2 fronts.
Yeah, I think that inkjet, it was definitely the right idea, but I think it was just a little bit too early because the tower had not fully reset yet. You really want to do that when you're trying to create the pressure. If they're coming from spawn and you haven't even got your push started yet, it's not really the best. You're probably better off saving it a little bit.
I agree.
Yeah.
But they are able to reset the tower, and now quantuM has control of the tower. Well, slightly, I think they activated just to put them in a panic mode, which is also a tactic as well. They see that symbol, they have a tower, and suddenly it's like, okay, they're on a tower, where they at? I think it's more so a play you do, so you can try to pull people out of hiding and start picking them off, and then make the real push.
That's 3 down for Deep Blues. All specials up for quantuM. This is going to be a really big push from them right now.
2 of them just activated the armor and the bubble coming from the NZAP and the Force Splatter Shot Pro, respectively. Still sitting with the Stinger from the
Oh, man, that baller played that situation perfectly. It does get cleaned up, and they're going to keep this going.
The Splats are being traded. Yes, Gonz is sitting there. They still have the special from the Stingray. I'm sure they're going to be activating it very soon. If he doesn't pull back, Pro is essential right now for this final push. And he gets stuck on the tower and just chooses to fall forward anyway. Now he needs to avoid the Stingray. Unfortunately, does not. And they lose that Stingray pressure. That's
Zero gets back on the tower, though. This aggression is going to just keep going. They only need about 14 points now to get the lead.
That was great pressure right there. The Inkjet was not able to survive, though, even with the armor. But Gonz is sitting there trying to hold his team right to that tower. This is a complete reversal of what we just saw as the round is now currently 3-2, or 3-3 now. They're respawning.
Oh, those bubbles came up, but they didn't save them from dying right there. They're really close right now. They only need 6 more points.
Just get on the tower at this point. Wait.
Game over. They were on the tower. That jump had not landed, so no overtime.
Oh, my heart. I didn't even realize the time. Honestly, it was such a good match for it to end like that on the final second. The splashdown was a good idea. I mean, I'm assuming like maybe Zeroto was like me and just like, okay, I am so in the moment, splash down to push them all away. Then I can hold on to the base. Instead, he ended up got caught up in the moment as I did. And oh, my heart.
That's a heartbreaker for quantuM. Deep Blues is probably feeling pretty good about that, but they're also feeling like, man, we almost threw that.
Yeah, that is unfortunate and heartbreaking. You hate to see it go down like that, but at the same time, you know that Deep Blues is just like, you know what? Yeah, we made that happen.
Yeah.
It's not all on purpose. Clutch tower touch.
Yep.
But all right, so moving on from that one, Splat Zones, Muscle Forge Fitness. How you feeling about this one?
This one's definitely very special push based. It's all about coordination, all about getting those specials correctly. And if a team gets control, it's really important to not fail to come back in. You really need to make sure that those special pushes are perfect.
Yeah, exactly. That zone, especially from the bridge, is very wide open. And because the Splat Zone is all on that center platform, you're going to see them wait for the special purchase. And, you know, we may see an Inkstorm. Inkstorm covers that entire zone from a horizontal base. You have, Baller, which holds down the center, as well as Splashdown, though maybe that's a little bit less safe. But those two just doing a lot of pressure. We're seeing them run right into it. Looks like they already have their team composition. We'll find out what exactly it is in just a second.
Yep. The baller splashdown combo is actually really good too, doing them together, because you jump to the baller on one side of the zone, they pop on the other side, and you can just instantly paint it as they land.
I love the zone. Here we go. Look at that rectangle. The best part about this is that some of the zone goes down the ramp as well, so you don't know exactly how much ink you have unless you're pulling up the map. But when you do that, you're blinding yourself from everything else.
Yep, so looking at the comps right now, it's actually pretty short range all across the board. One side does have the slosher and sloshing machines, so it's going to look like they're going to try and keep the range advantage a little bit.
Yeah, the weapons are pretty even though. Each side has a sloshing machine. Each side has a splatter shot.
Yep. Umbri, or whoever the sloshing machine is here, yeah, Umbri is just looking for those point sensors. He's constantly keeping 2 to 3 tagged right now, but they do get pushed back.
Him being so used to the blasters, I actually see this being a very good weapon. A sloshing machine, but does have a blaster hitbox. If you hit him directly, you can see him trying to get that and gets it. Oh, actually, only assisted with that one. Whoever his teammate was, they saved him right there. Umbra having the bomb rush. So they're using that to try and reserve the point for his team.
This is exactly where you want to be with Bomb Rush. He's just waiting for his team to get ready to go in, and now he's probably going to Bomb Rush right here perfectly.
You called it. Absolutely. They lost control, but Bomb Rush is still going off, and just like that, Deep Blues snatches the zone away with quantuM at 52 points.
That was a textbook zone cap from them. Get control of one side of the map, come in from 2 angles, get the zone.
Actually, speaking of position earlier, I actually completely forgot about Bomb Rush. In these Splat Zone, they covered up a lot of turf quickly. Suction bombs, bomb rushes. Although I kind of miss burst bomb rush. That's awesome. Oh, that's fun.
It's coming soon eventually. We know at least one kit has burst bomb rush coming up.
Spoilers. But right now, that whole map is painted purple. Actually, I love this color combination. Purple and green reminds me of my childhood. But that bubble not going anywhere from that splashdown and is looking pretty good right now as that splashdown comes out from Deep Blues, just dropping all of them and still not able to have it. Deep Blues having, I believe it's Deep, no, sorry, quantuM having control.
3 down for Deep Blues, and now the Slosher just lost his Bomb Rush too, so they're going to have to try and charge that back up to come in, but they only have 25 seconds, so I don't know if they have time to do it. They're going to have to make one last desperate push here.
Right now, even though he's tagged, Dr. Plot with the blaster is trying to make a push, but Gonz there, they team up on him and take him out quickly. 10 seconds up, and it's not looking like it. Oh wait, no, Baller on the right side. They do neutralize it. He might be able to reset this is the last chance. If they lose it, that is going to be it. Not only that, but a near team wipe.
Yeah, it just seems like Deep Blue's had that one coordinated push come in, but then quantuM just like kind of walked back into the map with bubbles and just like had no contest, and they got the zone back. Yeah. And then they just from there they just kept outslaying them to the point that Deep Blue's just didn't have any time to make something real happen after that.
Deep Blue's looking a little stoic from that one, just saying, all right, we lost it.
Oh, they're giggling a little bit. They're staying positive.
Yeah, as you should. I mean, just because we lost one does not. Yeah, this is a 3 out of 5.
Yep.
Don't ever give out after the first game.
They are ready for the long haul here.
All right, so now we're going to be going to the next matchup. That's going to be...
I think we're on round 3.
Here we go. All right, so it is Mako Mart Rainmaker. This one is interesting because you have 2 main paths. More often than not, the left path, going up the block to the left from the center and jumping over the gap, is the way to go for a lot of players because it does net you a lot of points fairly easily.
Yeah, it's definitely a much safer route to go through. Right is definitely faster for points, like if you really just need to go. You know what I mean? If you need to make a desperate push and you just wiped them, just go right and go for it. But if you really want to knock it out, if you really want it to get the deep push, go left. It's way safer, and it's much easier to deal with the enemy trying to surround you.
Yes, and because it's the furthest point away from their spawn point, it's more often than not that you're not going to find any contestant over there, at least not immediately, before you get to about 40 points, which is hefty. It's hefty.
Definitely a hefty lead.
So Rainmaker is also very interesting because there's a lot of pits. I mean, this is a very big map. The center is pretty big. You have those platforms which give elevation not only towards the center, but to each player's or each team's pit on the right side, respectively.
Yep.
You have a lot of places to cover turf. You have the ink lines to jump on over. The most dangerous part, or most open part, I should say, is your own pit to the right side, as we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, that's definitely the safest way for you to be approached is from your right side. The left side is also a very scary flank if nobody's paying attention to it because it's really hard to see unless you're actually actively looking at it because like a curling bomb can just go through so fast. If you're not ready for it, you guys can get flanked really quickly.
Curling bomb is actually very great on this map. There's a lot of places for you to bank off to get a sneak KO on your opponent, but it looks like neither team has a curling bomb at their exposure. So let's see how this one goes as that charger puts a straight line over the Rainmaker, but Zervoto not caring about their positioning, their weapons, their abilities, and what they're trying to do. This is his map.
He's like, I want this 3-1 right now.
Oh, getting caught by the blaster explosion, but still, that was a great play by Zervoto, but now Umbra in control, trying to stop them, their approach from the left side, and Umbra, how did he avoid that?
Just barely didn't die to that Rainmaker shot. The line of sight just off the edge was just like a pixel perfect.
All right, I want you to know that squid jumping off actually terrified me. That was Gons running through with the Splatter shot. Again,
full wipe here with the Rainmaker.
Rainmaker, the bubbles are going out. Unfortunately, the Rainmaker popping does pop one, but now they're making a push to 10 seconds. This is a wipe on quantuM, but not before getting to 10 points. That is significant.
That is a deadly push right there. It's not unbeatable for sure, because this map can definitely snowball out of control like you just saw, but it's going to be a steep hill for Deep Blues to climb.
Right now, the composition by quantuM, if you look at it, 2 splatter shots, but a splatter shot junior. The range, I mean, it's nice that the weapons are good, but one's more so for turf coverage, and it's just interesting to really see.
Yeah, Umbra here just trying not to die to that inkjet, trying to stay alive for his team. Oh my gosh!
How? He was right there!
Umbra is the master of surviving on walls.
I appreciate it. I mean, that's how you do. You jump up suddenly. Right now, Zervoto trying to hold him back, and is catching him, but does get caught from behind, I believe, by the Charger!
Nice.
Did not even see Dre over there. No, that's Day.
Yeah, that's Day.
That's Day over there, but does get caught by quantuM. Not sure who that player was, but I mean, it's very dangerous over there as they're launching the Rainmaker, trying to make that push back to the pedestal.
I just want to point out how well Zero is playing today. Every game that we've seen him play, he's just making huge plays for his team.
Yes. Showing off why the splatter shot is one of the best normal weapons that can just work in any mode. It's highly aggressive, covers a great amount of turf, good amount of range. And right now we're seeing a push over the ledge. Right now Deep Blues is looking pretty good, living up to the team color. It's the team color, that's what it is.
Dre's getting a good flank on him.
God, we're blue.
Oh man,
oh, watch out.
Pretty good here. He doesn't quite die to that bomb. Zero's getting position though.
How did he, talk about master survival, avoiding all of that, getting a push down to 42 and still looking pretty good.
They're trying. Prodigy's calling for his team to jump to him right now. They want to keep this pressure up. They do not want to let this reset.
I like how he's grinding that as well, trying to hold him back from the Rainmaker. There's going to be reset soon. He's going to have to grab it, if nothing more, just to make sure there's a reset. But
nice!
quantuM actually grabs it and keeps it in that area. Dr. Plot looking amazing right now. But those bubbles is going to be enough to stop them. If they can take him out right now, they'll be in a good position still.
I feel like that was almost a dangerous mistake from them. Grabbing that Rainmaker there right as it was about to reset actually keeps this push alive for Deep Blues. They aren't in position quite yet, but they're going to be able to keep going with this.
That's going to help. You're going to see him go forward with that splash down. A little bit too early if you ask me, but still able to shut him down. Not winning the splatter shot war was Zeroto, and now he's running out, targeting the charger. How do you even see him there?
Oh my gosh. He must have known it from a call out because I definitely didn't see the day there.
He knew. He turned the corner. Hello. All right. I mean, I'm down. I am absolutely down. But now Dre, we see him over there. I love seeing these Splatter Shots Pro because you see just why they're good. They're fast. They're strong. They're amazing. They're always covering turf everywhere. And now Dr. Pride with the Dapper Dualies Nuevo trying to fight off the Inkjet and losing succession.
Yeah, it's definitely the Dapples are doing really well with the Toxic Mists. I always want to call it poison, but
that was a well-played Toxic Mist.
Right
Toxic Mist not only taking your ink away, but slowing down your movement significantly.
He must be running massive ink recovery in order to spit out this many disruptors.
Yeah, that or Ink Saver sub.
Yep.
But yeah, he was holding up. He's choosing to not go to the left, so I'm just going to the right, and unfortunately gets caught. We have 50 seconds left on the clock, and Deep Blues has a long way to go. I mean, it may only look like 32 points, but what's in between those 32 points? That's the question.
The real kicker is the timer, because at this point, they can only pick up the Rainmaker once. So they really need to commit to a one hard push. They cannot die.
And right now, Pro is fighting off against Umbra, but I mean, he knows how to use the explosion hitboxes, and I just noticed he's using Ninja Squid to allow himself to really shark through those waters.
Yep, Ninja Squid being very good on blasters, especially on land like this, because it's a lot easier to see the normal swimming in the ink. Whereas with Ninja Squid, it's just basically you have to predict, you can't react.
Yeah, at the same time though, Ninja Squid does significantly lower your swim speed, so you got to make sure you have some swim speed if you're trying to counteract that. Zeroto right there on the right side, stopping it from pushing. I don't think. Oh yeah, actually no, that was a team wipe in the final seconds. That's not what you want. quantuM looking good, taking that game and moving up 2-1.
Yep, they're definitely looking stronger as the set goes on. I think quantuM's kind of getting a read on Deep Blues. Maybe Deep Blues is kind of just getting in their own heads a little bit too, because I know they're a team that is capable of winning right here.
Right.
So let's see if they're going to be able to hunker down and be able to bring this back.
Going on his phone. Got those, what is it? Got those notes.
Gotta tweet it out. I'm up 2-1 against Deep Blues, man.
Oh, man, you got to come through here. EndGameTV. You guys do that as well. EndGameTV 1.
Yeah.
What's that right?
EndGameTV 1.
Bless. Yep. All right.
Also, Aeon streams.
Also, Aeon streams as well. We have 2 streams for all of the action. I promise you, every single match that's happened here has been recorded in one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, we're just waiting on quantuM. We are now moving on to Game 4, and that's going to be Snapper Canal Clamblitz.
Clamblitz on this map is really fun, as well as really kind of weird to kind of get an idea of how to play, because it's so easy to just kind of go straight up the middle and immediately get points. So if you're not always in position to stop that, it's just like you don't even know what to do. Exactly,
and it's so weird because if you get control around the enemy's goal, you're good. But getting that control is interesting because, I mean, it's Snapper Canal. There are so many points where you can just shut them down. Both directly from your point, you can use the incline to get immediately over to the right side. It's just options on options. But once you get control of your enemy's point around the goal, they're going to be struggling.
I think this is actually pretty good for Deep Blues here, because if they're going to go that double Toxic Mist comp, this is going to be a really good map for them to be able to play defensively, because one of the hardest parts of this map is coming off the spawn and stopping them from getting into that goal right there, because they can get there faster than you can from the middle.
I want some seafood. Just all these clams. They look at all delicious.
I love clams.
All right, well, here we go. And look, we have a charger coming out. Day once again bringing that out, but a switch to a rapid blaster, and I like that on this map, allowing them to put a lot of pressure on the points where the charger's going to want to sit at.
Yep, they just looking for picks here. They did get a one-man advantage early on. They got 2 on the left here. They could make a position to move to the right.
I love the immediate 180. He was swimming for that. All right, I got a little. No, I don't. Oh, that's the. He misses it.
Just barely.
Missing it again. And unfortunately, yes, Umbra, who ends up, no, actually it wasn't Umbra, he does catch it regardless. Meanwhile, we are swapping over to, looking at it, we see a lot of pressure by Deep Blues onto their enemy goals. However, the clams are telling a different story.
Umbra was trying to feed clams to Prodigy in order to create that power clam, but he kept running away from him, so he couldn't grab him in time.
That's unfortunate, and I'm sure the enemy picked up his clamp as well. As the rotor goes down, Umbra once again knocking a lot of people out down in the corner. Meanwhile, we have Day and Dre over on the left side starting to make a lot of turf towards the enemy goal.
Yeah, now they're looking for it to bait with Umbry here in the middle so that they can push left. There is one person that's aware of this, but Umbry's still keeping the pressure up.
Oh, and there goes the first clam. Deep Blues makes the first pop, and now we're going to see if they're able to push this as it's currently 2-2. Gons and Dr. Pride, he was throwing clams towards the goal, and it looks like they traded right there. Now, able to get a couple into the goal, currently at 68 points, and it looks like it's going to be the end of their push.
That was a worth sacrifice just because he did get 12 points, and his teammates weren't, like, coming from spawn, so that they were able to keep the pressure up after he died. So I think it was definitely worth the points there. Especially getting past 80 is really important, or past 70 is really important because they can't just double cheese you and get the lead.
I like the Charger gameplay we're seeing from Day, knowing exactly what he needs to do, using his Charger to put a lot of ink coverage for his team to get closer to the goal. He's just looking around and with Charger, and not to mention, he's hiding his line of sight using the walls.
Yep, that was a 6 shot from Day right there. This is going to open them up to do a 3v2 push on the goal here. Prodigy's got the clam. They're going to be able to get the pop and see if they can get some points here.
They do break the clam and to break the goal, but quantuM is not letting that go easily. Though Umbra is sneaking in, able to get there, but Gons is right behind him and does knock it out, but not before he's able to get a couple clams in there to increase the points a little bit more. Day. Can we just talk about Day?
Day is loosening up, man. He's starting to feel it.
I mean, his Charger play, he's been getting a lot of picks. Hopefully, he can continue this on and bring it on home for his team as he's able to hold on to Charger. One of the additions to Chargers in Splatoon 2, and one that has helped him so much.
Yeah, he's one of the few people that has really stuck with Charger, even though in Splatoon 2 it's not quite as good as it was in 1. And it really shows like the practice that he's put in because he's able to land these consistent hard shots. It's really impressive.
Not to mention covering whenever somebody chases him, he understands they need to go away. So he'll use, unfortunately, this situation there, getting KO'd by Umbra, who in turn gets KO'd by Zeroto, who in turn gets KO'd by somebody else. That was just a whole chain of effect. Final destination. But going back to today, using the Splat bomb to defend himself when he's caught in a bad situation to cut them off, saying, hey, leave me alone now. And then when he drops that, he starts charging up and turning around saying, is he still chasing me? No? All right, let's see.
Yeah, and it's definitely good of the teams, like the teammates, to just be able to clean up those kills as well. So it's really impressive to see.
Was that Day? I think that was a Day. Oh,
ooh.
Yes, that was Day.
Nice bomb.
Just as I was saying, using the Splat bomb to defend himself. Not able to defend completely from that.
Did he?
They threw it in. How did he?
That was
amazing.
I wouldn't. Okay, I'm so glad he didn't land that because I think I would have just lost my mind.
Unfortunately, even though they do pop the goal, quantuM, they're able to get more clams in, but they are on the board now, and that is good going into this final minute of this game.
Yeah, now they're going to go back on the defensive here, try and paint this left side of the map to keep the pressure up from the left. Day's pushing for kills here. He doesn't quite get that guy, so now he's going to be looking to help his teammates in the middle.
Day right now having phenomenal movement in this matchup, jumping all the way back. I guess he had no more ankle, was uncomfortable in that situation. So you know what? I'm just going to emergency exit out of here.
That situational awareness is really, really impressive. I don't know if they see this flank coming.
Oh, yeah, I see him as well. Gons picking up. Oh, actually not able to. He does catch him off. Not able to get caught by his third bomb. Getting the KO on Dr. Pride, but also gets caught by Zeroto. The green orb is going to go in, and quantuM on these final 30 seconds with the team wipe are dumping the clams in and take the lead over Deep Blues. This is not good for them. A complete team wipe. They're all at their spawn, and the clams are just dumping in 37 and counting.
Oh, that is the worst time for Deep Blues for that to happen as well, because overtime is really hard on Clam Blitz because you have a limited time to get that push going.
Yeah, right now they get the clam going so that way they can initiate overtime and then they make that final push. However, we are at 4-2. If they can get that clam ready to go, which I don't think they're going to be able to. Oh, no, they do.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
They did. I'm sorry, I missed it. But yeah, Day right now charges down, and Zeroto, unaware of where his opponent is at. The goal is way too far. He needs to get over there quickly because that timer is going down. Dr. Pride trying to make a beeline with it. Gets caught by a suction bomb, forced back. Not able to make that go. Gets caught by what I'm assuming. Oh no, Ordi, and that's gonna be it.
They just couldn't get it quite together. There's too much. There's just so much pressure on a team when you're in overtime like that because you have that ticking time clock, and it's just really hard to kind of like make sure all of your angles are covered as you're trying to push in, and it's really, really good of quantuM to just keep them guessing and shut that down.
Yes, that blaring alert, that overtime sound, it lets you know this is a dangerous situation. You got to push it forward. And unfortunately, quantuM with that literally last seconds push, taking over the goal, dumping those clans and getting down to, I believe, 33, 37 points. That was that was significant. That's what they needed. And quantuM, unfortunately, ending the run of Deep Blues.
Yep. So yeah, definitely Deep Blues. Like in every game, I felt like they showed signs of life. So I really want to see how they adapt to that, because they do have, I believe, one more round. I don't know what their current standings are, but I really want to see what they do going into their final round here.
Right. Oh, okay. So wait, I thought it was
We got one more round in the group, so I think that probably puts them. I think that puts them tied with.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
The final round. Yep.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna say it was day one, but all right. Man, that whole matchup, quantuM, we just saw them twice back to back, and they have been showing, hey, our team synergy is here and ready to go.
Yep. So that set actually put quantuM at 3-0 in set count, and I think that guarantees them first seed out of the group, if I'm not mistaken. Deep Blues, they're 2-1, tied with Penumbra as well as Hungry for Waffles. So it's going to be very interesting to see how we're doing as far as maybe potential tiebreakers come.
I mean, all these teams are vying for that spot, but yeah, that 3-0, that is solid. So
yeah.
It's nothing really to say about it, but never give up. This is Swiss. That means that you're going to be playing against everybody. You can make your record definitely look better. So keep moving on, keep trucking forward, and get the spirit of the Kraken. Don't let anybody slow you down.
Yep, and every game counts as well, because I think that's